topic for group discussion now is on international terrorism. You have about 10 minutes time to discuss on the topic, and now the time is yours.
Good morning, friends. Today we are going to discuss a topic, terrorism, international terrorism.
Well initiated.
And all these terrorisms are put a name like Al-Qaeda, Tigers and all those. By these terrorism, terrorists are
the speaker should be more careful with the language.
Like,
my friend, why these terrorists are coming? We have to put a question.
Avoid being too informal. Usage of my friend inappropriately by means of poor gestures and facial expressions could annoy your team members. Interrupting the speaker abruptly too will have a negative impact.
Strike the WTO towers on WTO towers in America, because the community in America is pressuring other communities. To overcome this pressure, he has to do something bad. So that's there the terrorism is generating. This terrorism has adverse effect on economic.
And so also the religions problem also, these terrorists are coming up. Like in our country, we can say Naxals. These are coming up because of their, they are coming from tribal areas. Because the government is not looking around the, what are the facilities for the tribal, and they are very vexed of those, and they are changing to Naxals.
No. They are not belongs to a tribal area.
Okay. Some of the people.
Why these Naxalites are erasing?
Sir, Naxalites are having
that is socio-economical problem, I think.
Yeah, first why these Naxalites are erasing? We want to know that, because they are posing some. They want to have their desires, but government is not care of their desires, so that they are turning up their lives into a terrorism path. So in this way, they are thinking that this is the right way they can make the society better. That is not the case, first of all. So government.
Okay, my friend. Mainly for this terrorism, the insecurity level in the human beings will rise. This we can see in every country. For example, you take in India, whenever there is terrorist in some place, all the people living in other places will feel insecure. They will get sometimes. So what is the reason for this tension?
India is a place where all cultures, all religions.
But
security. We are giving full security because the Muslims are living here, the Hindus are living, Christians and all the people are living. In India, there is no word of insecurity.
The terrorism mainly comes from Asian. It is not international issue, I think.
No. Terrorism is there in worldwide. Actually, terrorism.
The world is facing a problem of international terrorism.
For every country is suffering from terrorism. Even our country is facing main problem.
Internal terrorism we are facing, like
due to this terrorism, it has adverse economic effects. For example, this terrorism used to print the currency of other countries, which have a major economic problem. For example, if you take WTO tower strike, where in America the stock exchange where the bear runs while the bull runs, because the economic whenever these terrorists are striking some main figure, it has adverse economic effects. For example, you take in India, whenever they transfer a currency, for example, you take fake currency into India, it has adverse economic. For example, the original notes are not transferring for whatever the goods, whatever it may be. For this, indirectly the people are losing. For whatever is the terrorist effect, this effect fall on people.
They are targeting countries, not only a single person, right?
And also
terrorism, every terrorism some motto. So actually they are going to achieve that motto. So then why coming this killing part of the innocent people? Just when taking this Al-Qaeda, they have that jihad, that is killing of that tells that it is a pleasure for them by killing people. That is they are not making any sin by killing innocent people. When they have all this type of feelings, that first of all their motto should be changed. Actually, in achieving their instead of achieving their motto, they are entirely turning their motto into some other terror. So actually terrorism have some motto, and that motto is kept behind, and this killing of these innocent people and everything is taking place. And so the government actually which plays a main role, so we have to initiate the cause. And
I agree with him. I agree with her, because the Al-Qaeda and all those are these terrorism or people are making one god name, and they are changing the people, and they are making the people in such a way they're changing people.
Okay,
To come into the terrorism.
Let us discuss it on technological. What is adverse effect due to this terrorism? For example, take in Iran. Iran is using this technology, for example, for hacking whatever the credit, whatever the bank balances in other countries. These terrorists are using this technology for crediting, for debiting their bank balances by using this technology. Due to this terrorists, the technology is also using for adverse effects. So this terrorists must not use.
Yes, I don't
money.
But you cannot restrict the terrorists don't use the technology. But we have to think why some countries are supporting a terrorism. Why they are supporting? What is the problem? But some organization, the UNESCO and something, they have to look all the things. And why some countries are supporting a terrorism? Why they are supporting? What is the main reason? We are suffering from Bangladesh and Pakistan. We are in China also. They are supporting a terrorism. That's why we are facing problems. Internal terrorism we can manage, like socio-economical problems. Like we can.
Okay. I wanted the good foreign policy is also a factor for
recently, if
terrorism.
you take the case with North Korea, it is providing nuclear bombs. So it is a major issue regarding this. So America, powerful country like America and India, these are the countries who are against this North Korea.
America is supported Al Qaeda and Afghanistan has supported earlier. I think
North Korea has because it is getting some pressure from America, from other countries to invade this. So that's why it has developed. This main reason for terrorism, I think, is pressure.
Every country has they want to protect themselves. So there is no wrong in creating that nuclear weapons and keeping for their safety. So there is no right for any country to intervene into the other country's affairs which leads to some war. So that in turn turns into terrorism. So first of all, the initiative where the problem arises. So we should be able to. We have UNO, United Nations Organization, which in turn will have all these things taken by it. So we have to sit together and think of it, actually where the problem arises and which in turn leading for the terrorism. So we can eradicate the terrorism, and we should also know that what is the motto. So what is the main cause, and so by that we can able to eradicate terrorism. But what the US has did is just they have went on Afghanistan and made war. So what is it? They are coming towards us. We are going to just give a chance to others also to speak.
Here the speaker has taken the initiative of making a silent member open up.
Nobody cares to him. That's like for property sake he may be doing it, for money sake let it be like that. So I think government should compromise with them, should give them some other work at least, so that they don't think about this terrorism only, so that they don't go in a cruel way.
Countries should
compromise with them.
Education.
Let it be first today, maybe the loss of government doesn't mind, but they should compromise it so that they don't change themselves in a cruel way, which really destroys the world one or the other day. Everybody is living in a fear that some or the other way bomb is going to blast and we are going to go one or the other way. That's why everybody is having that fear. Though lecturers, they say hundreds of seminars, but they have a fear, a small little fear in their heart that anyway bomb may blast, we should not worry about anything. So to eradicate that fear,
what you have said is right. But what has happened in our Andhra Pradesh when this Congress come into the rule, just they have invited for the talks. But why couldn't that be continued?
We are not
just I'm taking it as an example. What she has told is that we have to compromise with their needs. But whatever the government has compromised, it is going on asking beyond the limits of that.
Okay, friend, I want to add, it has social effects. This terrorism has social effects. For example, if a person is in a family, if a person is said to be one terrorist is there, the entire adverse effect is on their family, because the social effect is that this must be decreased to then those family will be converted to terrorism, because the situation we have to overcome the situation.
I have to say one point is that why this terrorism is increasing day by day, because in a society we are living side by side. We don't know whether what is happening in the next house. If it happens also, we don't bother. Why should we bother? Thinking selfishness. People are becoming selfishness, so that these problems are not taken into the government. So
let me say, international terrorism is growing its steps tremendously because the most educational personnel and bioinformatic professionals. So this because they are getting more intelligent person who can hack the most security or by using computer, and also make bioinformatic weapons. They destroy the most of the world.
It's a group discussion wherein you are addressing a group and not a single member. So maintain eye contact with all the team members.
Okay, friends, we may conclude here, right? And I want any one of you to summarize the group discussion, right? One of you can summarize whatever has happened.
Yes, friends, after listening to all these points, I want to conclude is that which is terrifying the whole world. So we need to, government also has to take some preventive measures such that, and it is not the part of the government also, but it is the individual who has to see what is going on around his society, around the society. He need to take care of all these things and see that. Terrorism activities and people should not be lean in a wrong path.
This participant has not contributed to the discussion at all.
So these activities should be reduced. It can be possible by individual only. So individual is the powerful man who can provoke the whole society.